Hello and welcome to this week's What's Hot. It is day 6 of Russia's invasion into the Ukraine. It's March the 1st and a meteorological spring. However, it is miserable out there, and to talk about the city and stocks seems churlish. However, we have seen declines in FTSE 100 stock Polymetal. It is the world's 10th largest gold producer with assets in Russia and Kazakhstan. It's headquartered in St. Petersburg. Its stock has dropped by 70% since the start of the invasion. And then BlackRock saw the opportunity. It is the world's largest money manager. It's doubled its stake in Polymetal to slightly above 10%. Well, here's the 1-week chart of Polymetal, and here is the 1-month chart. Well, meanwhile, Polymetal itself has an almost 20% stake in UK-listed copper and gold explorer Chesterfield Resources. So how does that impact Chesterfield? Well, Chesterfield Resources said that Polymetal is unable to sell shares in it for the first 3 years of the relationship without permission of Chesterfield. And prior to the invasion, Polymetal was viewed as apolitical, but during the war, political boundaries tend to shift and ebb. Well, speaking about shifting, we're talking now about Shell and BP. Now, both of those companies were trailblazers towards the 2030 net zero objectives. They both had inroads into renewables and fossil fuel alternatives. Now, their extrapolation from their oil and gas core, that's being accelerated as they discontinue relationships with Russian partners, Gazprom and Rosneft. Interesting times for Shell's incoming chief financial officer, therefore, for Sinead Gorman. Well, let us go from oil and gas to the world of tech, because a report by Bloomberg says the tech talent in the Ukraine is an important part of the global software supply chain. Apple, Google, BMW, to name just a few, rely on Ukraine's coding. Israel's Wix.com is based there, and France's Ubisoft Entertainment has an outpost there too. Grammarly has its roots in the Ukraine as well. So there's no doubt that the tech world is coming out in solidarity with their tech brothers and sisters. For example, go to Zoom, they're doing their bit. So when you create an invite for a virtual meeting under the advanced features option, for the first time, you were given an option to approve or block entry for users from specific countries and regions. The quiet nuances behind that feature speak loud volumes. Then there is Earth observance technology. So those who have the capabilities to see what the bad actors are up to, the eyes and the skies that are set up to see who it is that is putting effluent into our waterway systems, for example. I'm just wondering if they can now take part within peacekeeping missions and surveillance. I'm thinking about the potential of the Seraphim Space Fund. Their model is to identify, support and grow early stage space tech companies across the full life cycle. In any case, that's just my personal thoughts about the capability of other companies. I'm not speaking on behalf of them. And to other city news, which may have been lost underneath the radar, and Open Orphan has a new chief executive. Now, this is a surprise because chairman and co-founder Kyle Friel has always said that he prefers streamlined boards, which has included no chief executives, or the ones that have been in the post haven't remained there for long. However, when an outstanding candidate emerges, they get the job. And that is the case for Yamin Mo Khan, who joined the board as a non-executive director last October and is now the chief executive. That's it for now. Stay well, stay safe. I'll be back, hopefully, same time next week.